Hi, welcome to lessonswithtroy.com. I'm Troy Brenningmeyer. Well, this week's lesson is all about playing octaves on the dobro in open G tuning. We're going to cover lots of scale shapes, some licks, and octaves are really great because they force you to keep your bar straight with the fret and really improve your ear with improving your intonation as well. It can add a lot of dimension to your playing as far as your solos go, because it really has a whole different sound than just playing, real fast hammer-ons and pull-offs and single notes. Once you put octaves in there, it kind of forces you to slow down and approach the instrument a little bit differently. I think you'll enjoy it. So we've got 2 pages of tablature. Go and print those out, and we'll get started with playing octaves on the dobro in open G tuning. Okay, well, let's get into some of the basics of exactly what an octave is. Real simply, if we're in the key of G, we play this low string, our G, right? And we play our 3rd string open. Those 2 G's are what's called an octave apart. They're octaves. Same thing if we were to play this 3rd string open and then play my 5th fret on this on my 1st string. That's a G on that's a lower G. Then this would be a higher G, 1 octave apart. If you use the G major scale and you said G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G, counting the note we start on, that G, they're 8 notes apart. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 for the octave. Same thing here. If you start on your open 3rd string, G, A, B, C, D, E, F sharp, G. Well, what we're going to be focused with are the G's, the octaves that you can grab, right? Just like that. They're going to be 2 strings, a pair of strings with 2 strings in between them. So see how I grab my 6th and my 3rd string, but I've got my 5th and my 4th in between them? Okay, that's going to give me an octave. Okay, if I go to my 5th string, grab my 5th string and my 2nd string, that's going to give me an octave B note. Okay, if I grab my 4th string and my 1st string, that's going to give me 2 D's, both an octave apart. So visually, that's the easiest way to think of these octaves, just grabbing them, 2 strings with 2 strings in between them. Now check out my right hand technique. This is going to be something else that I forgot to mention actually in the beginning of the video, but when you grab these octaves, what I want you to do is to take the heel of your hand, move it in front of the bridge, okay, so that it's resting on the strings, and when you pluck your octave, hit it, and then just roll your hand back to mute it out. Okay, this isn't written in the tablature, but it's just a little extra bonus, little kind of exercise you can do. Just getting used to playing these octaves. Your thumb on your 6th string, middle finger on your 3rd string. Okay, so get used to that. 2 strings you're plucking with 2 strings in between them. 6 and 3 with strings 5 and 4 in between. Okay, now after you pluck them, get used to doing palm blocking, they call it. Just roll your wrist back and mute those out. Same thing, playing your 5th string and your 2nd string. Those are 2 strings that you're playing with 2 strings in between them. Okay, your 4th string and your 1st string with 2 strings in between them. Your 3rd string and your 2nd string in between. And I'm basically just playing all of these with my thumb and my middle finger. But look at that control that gives you. And I'm going to be using that palm blocking technique all throughout this lesson. So when I play these scales, in between each octave, I'm rolling my wrist back. So I keep that hand real close to the string, keep my palm in front of the bridge, so that all I have to do is... See how I just pluck it, and as soon as I pluck it, my hand comes off to let it ring out. And that'll give you a lot of control. It'll really help your technique with your right hand, with your palm blocking. Okay? And I think you'll really find that that improves a lot of your technique. So when we're playing these octaves, let's go ahead and check out the tablature there, measure 1. Okay, so it's easy enough to play it in tune if your dobro's in tune and you're playing open strings, right? That's pretty easy. And that's a great little exercise. Just start off with G, mute out, B, mute out, D, mute. And then go back down, D, mute, B, mute, G. Just to get used to that. You're not doing anything with your left hand. That's all with your right hand. That's really great exercise for doing open string octaves, getting used to the palm blocking muting. Okay, now we want to play a major scale. This is measures 1 and 2 of your tablature. Okay, so what we want to do is play that octave G open, then 2nd fret. Now here's where we get to where we can really work on our intonation. When you look down the neck, okay, you should see your bar and you should see that octave. It should be the same space between the fret. You shouldn't see it angled. It should be perfectly straight with the fret. So get used to playing that and muting it at the same time. Play and mute. So G, A, and then you're moving on to your 5th string and 2nd string. For your B note, mute it out, 1st fret, 5th string, 2nd string, mute out. Then we go to 4th string, 1st string open, mute out, 2nd fret, 4th string, 1st string, 4th fret, 4th string, 1st string, and 5th fret. So just get used to playing that, keeping your bar really straight. In between each note of that major scale, rolling your wrist back to give you a nice muted. Hear how clean that is? And that'll really work on that intonation. Okay, and then measures 3 and 4, you're just basically playing that G major scale in reverse. 5 and 5, and then 4, 2, open, move down to your 2nd and 5th string. 1, 0, move down to your 3rd and 6th string, 2, 0. And that's the idea there. If you're having trouble playing that with your bar and playing the octave, just get used to playing just thumb and middle finger, playing those G, B, D, 6th string, 5th string, 4th string. Get used to how that C looks with the 2 strings in between it for the octave. And get used to using your hand in front of the bridge and muting it out each time you play. Okay, let's continue on with the lesson. Okay, the next section in the tablature is the G major scale in octaves up the neck. Measures 5 and 6, just the same thing. But now we can really focus on keeping that bar straight because we're going to move it up the neck in the G major scale. Okay, and real simple, we're just playing our 6th string and 3rd string. And between each one, we're rolling the wrist back for a nice palm block. So 0, 2, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, and 12. So really play it really slow and try to get that as in tune as you can. And with all these scales, even though I don't have it written going backwards, always play them going upward and then play them in reverse. I didn't figure I should have to write that out. That's just for that one, just read that backwards. 12, 11, 9, 7, 5, 4, 2, open. And always get used to playing those thumb and middle finger and muting those out as you're playing. Okay, so that's pretty easy, right? That's just the G major scale. So play them both ways. Play it in position here. Open, 2nd fret, open, 1st fret, open, 2nd fret, 4th fret, 5th fret, and then play it going up the neck. Open, 2nd, 4, 5, 7, 9, 11, 12. Okay, the next section measures 7 and 8 of your tablature. is the G minor pentatonic scale going up the neck. Let me show you that. Open, same thing, 6th string and 3rd string, thumb and middle finger. Open, 3rd fret. This is going to sound real cool in minor, kind of works great over blues. Open, 3rd fret, 5th fret, 7th fret, 10th fret, 12th fret. Once again, open, 3rd, 5th, 7, 10, 12. Come back down the neck, 12, 10, 7, 5, 3, 0. Remember on that 3rd fret, you can slide that kind of to your 4th fret for that real bluesy sound.